inform, others inspire. But every now and then, a message comes through that reminds us, not of something new, but of something we forgot we knew. Tonight's speaker doesn't ask you to rise to anything. She invites you to return. Please welcome Dina with the Return to Remembrance.
Thanks, Kylie. Master Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and most welcome guests. Before you stands someone you've never witnessed before. Not because I was hiding from you, but because all of my life I've been hiding from myself. You see, I learned early on that innocence could be lost and love is conditional. So I adapted. I became whoever you needed me to be. I got really, really good at reading a room instead of reading my own heart. I solved everyone else's problems so that I didn't have to feel my own pain. I wore the mask of the strong one, the matriarch, the helper, the teacher, the sage. And the world praised me for it. But beneath all of that praise, I was disappearing. I was being buried alive. Not in a pine box and dirt, but in performance, in pretending, in pressure. I could feel it every time I smiled in exhaustion. Every time I said yes when I meant no. Every time I shaped myself to be digestible instead of just being real. My husband, Matt, has always had a great fear. Besides the fear of heights, which jumping out of a plane kind of cured that. But his greatest fear was always being buried alive in a box. For years, I laughed at that. How could anyone be afraid of being buried alive in a box? But I see now how I drew that out of him multiple times, again and again, because I was the one who was buried. And I needed to see it outside of myself and finally remember to come back home. One night, after a long season of fasting and introspection and release, I looked deep into my husband's eyes and saw something completely unexpected. The cosmos. Black expanse dotted in stars. And then a lifting of the veil, and I saw home. Not just in a vision, but in a knowing. A soul deep memory that I have always been. That moment didn't change me. It returned me. I didn't rise. I remembered. Maybe you've worn masks too. Maybe you've mistaken your worth for usefulness. Maybe you felt the weight of being what others needed you to be and forgotten how to just be you. You're not alone. You're not broken. You're just buried. Under expectation, under performance, under forgetting. And now is the time to come back home. My friends, this is not the golden age of achievement. This is the age of remembrance. It's the season of unmasking. It's the season of return, the moment where we stop trying to become more and start remembering who we are. You don't need to rise. You don't need to prove. So maybe it's not just me. Maybe we're all in the middle of this great remembering. One mask at a time. One breath at a time. A yes to ourselves, one at a time. You are the light that others are looking for. Not to fix them, but to remind them of who they are. And the world is ready, not for your performance, for your presence. And tonight I invite you to come home to your true self by remembering who you are.
Congratulations. Well done.